So I'm here to talk about PACE. And yesterday I'm reading The Star. You know, I'm a big Star fan. So, and there's this article by it's Mrs. McCain Foundation launching a new study on early childhood education. And she said, the first 2,000 days of life are critically important to human development. And you know, that goes to your point, Graham. It's very important, your first 2,000 days. I wanted to tell you, I'm from Jamaica, and I grew up in Jamaica, went to school in Jamaica. And I must say, Jamaica gets that right. Jamaica knows that early years matter. Because in 1986, Jamaica established national kindergartens right across the country. They currently have 2,600 schools across the country, and they cater to, from birth to 8 years old, those schools. They also established what they call their 12 standards. And, you know, I have a copy here. It's on our website. You can go and see them. But these 12 standards tell a school how to operate, from the education of the teachers, the security, the portfolios, what they have to do. Until they complete those 12 standards, they don't get a full certification to say you're a fully certified school. That's the good news. The bad news is, of those 2,600 schools, only 150 are fully certified. And I'll take you through why, and why PACE is involved. First of all, they don't really have the money, you know, to fund the schools. However, in 2016, they started a focus having across the country education programs for the teachers, the education officers, to learn what these standards are and how do you get these schools fully certified. So here's where PACE came in. Back in '87, the Honourable Minister of the Prime Minister of Jamaica, who just passed, Siaga, came up and asked diaspora for help. Can you help us? Well, my aunt, Dr. Mavis Burke, who was the Order of Ontario and the Order of Jamaica, gathered her women friends together. She was an educator in the government, and formed PACE. And it was actually called Women for PACE because she believed that women were going to make this happen. We've since opened it up to men too. So, but
that's why I'm here.
So I think Mrs. Salmon back there, you know my ad really well because you were one of the initial supporters of PACE. And the program that we started is called the Adopt a School program. And what happened was Jamaicans or tourists that go to Jamaica saw these little schools without houses and terrible buildings, wanted to help those schools, and they became a sponsor for a school. So we have about 380 schools across the island that we sponsor. And we also got into teacher education, parenting, technology. I did a little mobile bus that drove around the hills of St. Anne and taught these kindergarten kids how to use a computer. And I still have another bus I created at St. Kingston doing the same thing. So we started a program that you have to give a minimum of $1 a day. So that's $365 a year. You give that, all that money goes to the school, and the school uses it towards one of these 12 standards. We partner with the Minister of Education, Early Childhood Commission. They help to monitor programs with us. But the nice thing about it is when these visitors go down to Jamaica on holidays, they go over to the school and say, did you get my money? And show me the toilet you built, or show me the, you know, the stove you bought, or stuff like that. So it's a very intimate program. Well, the nice thing about it is, you know, as I said, we're doing 380 schools, but it's a very slow process. For the 30 years that PACE has existed, we have only got 25 of our 300 schools fully certified. So we started to look at that last year and saying, how can we accelerate this program? Because every 3 years we go down to Jamaica, the board and some of our members, and we go and visit these schools. And I took these pictures in 2017. I mean, this is the fence. This is an outhouse up in Content Gap. You know, somebody had a stove, but they built a little Can't really see it. The little stove in the middle of the kitchen. And the playground, I mean, you know, kid falls, they're gonna get injured. So these are real pictures. So we decided to start a new program, the Fast Track Certification. Wow. And we wanted to also reach out, instead of to individuals sponsoring a school, to a crowdfunding kind of model, where everybody here, you could go online, give $20, $50, $100, and we've picked 2 schools we're gonna try this on. We'll constantly update and show you how those schools have improved. And again, these pictures I took, these are some of our schools that are very successful. And that's how we want all the schools to learn. So the crowdfunding approach is a new model we just launched at the start of this year. And we need help to get the information out. I'm sure a lot of Jamaicans like me who believe that the education we got in Jamaica is what gave us the opportunities to be successful here in Canada. And we want you to give back. We want you to reach out to your friends, your family, and help us to get some of these 2,600 schools up to a level where the kids are getting the best education and, you know, have an opportunity to be successful in their lives too. And here's some of the things, you know, to replace an outhouse. It's not very expensive in Jamaica. I don't know why. Some of these things are a lot cheaper than here, like to buy a stove or a fridge. But the schools we pick will give you photos of what they're trying to fix, and we constantly monitor how it's going. As I said, you can donate as little as $25 to the program through our website. And now we need media help to spread the word. We need you to spread the word. We also have our annual fundraising event coming up. I think we have a couple of brochures in the back. It's the first Sunday in June 7th. And it will be, it's a luncheon at the Old Mill. We have speakers, entertainment. We're trying to get kids to do the entertainment to show that, you know, we're focusing on kids. That's what we do. We're focusing on children. Here are all our contacts. The other thing, if you can't give us funding, we also look for volunteers to help us. And we're also looking for sponsors. So this is kind of moving from our $365 to a lot more money to try and accelerate getting these schools up so that they can give the kids the best education. Here's our women office. Thanks to Jamaica National Bank. They've given us an office in their building. And we don't get any funding from government yet. I think maybe we're gonna yet. If you know how for us to do that, it's great. We do support schools here in Canada too. In Toronto, we support the East Scarborough Boys and Girls Club, and we sponsor some events down at the Mandela School. So we try to also engage here in Toronto. But our focus is really helping the Jamaican kids get the best education and come here under, as Mr. Hussein said, and you know, do really well in Canada too. So thank you very much, and I'm available for questions if you need any more information. Thanks.